In this video, I'm going to show you 3 of my games in which I had a completely winning position. In 2 of them, forced checkmate, which I missed and lost in a truly heartbreaking fashion. And you will learn 3 very important lessons in chess after watching these 3 games. So let's begin. This is the first game. I'm playing with black pieces and the game starts with e4, e5 and we go into the fried liver attack. I go for d5 and my opponent takes the pawn. I go forward with the knight and now he hassles, which is not the best way to play it. We have take away the knight, trade the knight. I think not the best move, but we should have developed the bishop, but this is not where the game goes away. We continue development, attack the queen and then block check, and he's in much better position at this moment. Now we defend the bishop, he kicks us out, we attack the queen, he trades and then we move the bishop back, he trades in the center, brings the queen, we block check, again not the best move, and here is where the fun begins. He pushes to go for the attack, we go in with the check and now we attack the queen and now we start to push him back. And this is a mistake. He wants to play b4 to kick away the bishop, but now he will not have the time to do it. And this is the big blunder where we have a winning advantage. We attack the bishop trying to win it, but he defends by giving up the rook. We take the rook and now we go in and we are threatening this pawn. And he goes in and now it's a forced checkmate and it starts by sacrificing the rook. The only move is to capture with the bishop, and we sacrifice the bishop. Only move is to capture with the knight, and then now only move block the rook, and this is checkmate. But we did not finish. I didn't fight it in the game and instead I flew the rook to e1, double it up on the e file, and this allows him to give a checkmate in one move. So this is the first lesson. If you get a chance, you must always sacrifice the rook. This next game is in the Traxler attack and you will learn 2 lessons rather than 1 in this one. So as I said, this game starts with the Traxler attack and I've played Traxler a lot of times, so I knew how to go about it. And we go for it, he goes for this, we don't take the bishop and then we defend the queen, take the rook, and now this is a line that is played by me as well, of taking the pawn to defend the bishop, but the counter to this is queen to h5 check, block, then we sacrifice the knight and then attack the king. Now we go up and now instead of taking the knight you can also force the queen trade, but we take the knight, so queen trade would have been better, but it's not the worst. He brings the bishop back, we kick away the bishop, he attacks, sort of hooks the pawn, but the pawn is undefeated, so we take with the bishop. We could have taken with the queen and would win check, maybe it would have been better, but again he moves the bishop back, we trade here, and now this is a critical mistake. We should have focused. After this move, we should have focused on development, but instead we grabbed the pawn, which is not the best. We should have moved either the pawn or develop the bishop. He attacks the queen, now we move away the queen, he takes and now we give a check to, the fear is of course d captures on c3, opening up a discovered check which would lead to a checkmate. So I try to avoid those situations and force the queen trade. But he avoids the queen trade. Here he could have had a queen trade, but we missed it. Again repeat, and now is the critical moment. Here we have to play h3 or h4, but we blundered by taking the pawn. And my theory was, if we take the pawn, he will take with the bishop and then we can move the king and it's not going to be checkmate, but I missed the move that he played. That was first queen to e1 check, and now it's forced checkmate. And this leads to checkmate. So here the important lesson was to not be grabbing pawns at the wrong moment and to focus on development. In this game, this was another back and forth game where we first blundered a piece, then our opponent blundered the piece, then we sacrificed the exchange, but it didn't work. But my opponent couldn't refute it, and then we had a unstoppable checkmate, but then led to a shocking movement, which you will see. So the game starts with e4, and it goes for the modern defense. Now this transposes into the Sicilian dragon version, and we have a trade on d4. And now the game goes on, but very quickly you will see how I blundered a piece. And now a piece is blundered. As you can see, the two pieces are forked, and I cannot retake because, well, like if I take, they have two protections, but he should not recapture right away, which allows me to win the piece back. And now he defends with the knight, but we attack the knight, and now he does the wrong move. We recaptured while attacking the queen, so he comes back blocking, and now we sacrifice the rook, but it does not work. But our idea was to capture on f7, which we did anyway, and he plays a good move. Now we attack the queen, and now we have a very strong attack, and you will see how we come in with the check, and this is now a forced checkmate. He moves, we find the next right move, he moves further, and now it's checkmate in 2, but we couldn't find it in the game to move forward, but instead we had to go backwards with the knight. But he anyway allows us to deliver the mate in 1, but we miss it again. He moves back, we take the rook, and now he does not recapture the knight, fearing some discoveries with the bishop. Instead he moves the bishop, and now there were 3 options with me that I consider in the game: queen to f4 check, queen to h8 check, and queen to h4 check. 2 of those lead to checkmate in 5 moves, and one of them loses the queen. I do know the move that I played in the game, which is losing the queen right away, and he takes the queen, and then it quickly ends in a winning game for him. And here I resigned the game. So yeah, when you have a winning advantage, you should not blunder your queen.